Hi there, Nixters. This is the Nixtradamus channel, and tonight I'll be talking about the summer solstice, otherwise known as Litha. In some countries, they pronounce it as Litha or Litha or Litha. Okay, alright. So, first let's talk about what a solstice is. A solstice comes from the words sol and sistere. Sol is the sun, and sistere means to be still. So the sun becomes still for a moment. So the summer solstice happens during a time when the sun is at its highest point at noontime. Okay, and this will happen on June 2020. This is also known as Midsummer or Estival, or it's also a sabbat among the Wiccans or the pagan religions known as Litha, as I was saying earlier. Alright, now what does the summer solstice mean? You see, as the sun travels, okay, the longest path it takes through the sky, okay, gives it or makes it come to a point where it is the longest daylight in the northern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, it's the reverse. Okay, now if we go back to the northern hemisphere, the North Pole is tilted toward the sun. So the North Pole faces the sun, and that's part of the Arctic Circle. Whereas in the southern hemisphere, the Antarctic Circle, the South Pole is tilted farther away from the sun. Okay? Now, the sun goes directly over the Tropic of Cancer, and as I said, the distance of the sun from the equator is at its farthest or its greatest. It actually marks the start of summer for the temperate zones. Spiritually, okay, there is an ascension in spiritual teachings. And what does this mean? The summer solstice is the annual or the yearly peak of male energy. And there is an ascension of ourselves to the Father Spirit, meaning Father as opposed to Gaia, known as Mother. Okay? Eastern countries celebrate it. In fact, among the Chinese, it celebrates the earth, femininity, or the yin energy. Okay? In the north, it's a celebration of the midnight sun. And there are some festivities held in the Stonehenge located in the United Kingdom. There are Druids, Celtics, and pagans, including the Wiccans, and they celebrate the so-called Alban Hefin, which is known as the light of summer. Okay? It is also the start of the next zodiac sign, which is Cancer, but that point is actually the cusp because it has the qualities of Gemini and the qualities of Cancer. Okay, now it is called Litha, which is a sabbat, one of the holidays of Wiccans, because the breeze is gentler and you can navigate through the seas. It's easier to navigate. Okay, now let us now look at astrology. In astrology, the new moon will be in Cancer, which means the focus will be at home, family. Now, there is also going to be a partial annular solar eclipse. That means that the moon will come in between the earth and the sun. So, partially covering the sun with a ring of fire. That's why it's called annular. And then, if we look at the moon will, of course, be in conjunction with the sun. Okay? Meaning the moon will be in Cancer and the sun will also be in Cancer. However, the Sun will be square Mars and square Neptune, which means that while the identity is towards the home, there will be repression of impulses. We will try to drift towards the unknown, but again there will be a restriction because these two planets are in or are at square with the Sun. Venus will be trine Saturn, and that means in terms of relationships or love, there will be a questioning of the structure, or probably, let's say, at home, family, or even your physical body. You're going to look at it again. At home, the relationships. So that's the meaning of Venus trine Saturn. Take note that we are still in the midst of Mercury retrograde, which started on June 19. And also, Lilith, an asteroid, and Chiron are in Aries. So there is a healing that's needed. People have to be more impulsive. That is that reinforces what I said earlier when the Sun is square Mars, because people will tend to be repressed. So it's part of the healing process that Lilith and Chiron brings. Now, there are some do's and don'ts that you have to remember. Okay? First, you have to wake up early, watch the sunrise. That's very good. Second, you can be very creative. Do something charitable because it's the father that's being the focus. No wonder it's going to be Father's Day on June 21. You have to do something charitable because the father is considered to be the provider. And since it's the start of summer, it means harvest season is there. Number 3, spend time at high noon. Don't look at the sun directly. Besides, there will be a partial solar eclipse which will be traversing from, I think, India to China, all the way to, it starts in Africa by the way, all the way to the Pacific Ocean. Okay? So another is you have to stretch, move, walk, do some gardening. You can dance. In fact, the celebrations in the Northern Hemisphere involves dancing. Okay? If you are near the beach, go to the beach. Double your toes in the water. Okay? Another, you have to eat fruits. Anything connected to the earth. Okay? Especially the sunny colored ones like lemons, apples, what else? Anything that is yellow or bright orange, okay? Even orange, okay? You have to add honey to your drinks. Honey has always been venerated or consecrated during this period. Add it to the drinks. In fact, in China, there is what you call the Realgar or the Xionghuang wine. Okay? If you can do yoga, do yoga. Try to read a book. Start reading a book. If you are into cooking, yes, cook with a lot of herbs. Do not put animals in your food. No animal sacrifices. In ancient times, they prohibit animal sacrifices. So in the same manner, when you cook food, avoid animals. Don't cook them. Okay, it's better to use grains, herbs, milk, or you can even bake whatever you like, pastries. Okay, there are some cultures that do bonfire, which is very good. Also, you can do bonfire, and since the oak, Father Oak, is very sacred to the Wiccans, you can put oak leaves, oak branches, anything that is connected to the oak in your altar, or maybe in when you do some consecration of water under the moon. Okay, you can also put a little mistletoe because mistletoe is normally associated with the Yule season, but then it can be used also during this period because you have to remove all negativities. And how do you do that? Since it's going to be on a Saturday, it's a very good time for banishing negativities. So you can do a bowl of light. How do you do that? You get a glass bowl, okay, put your candle, okay, in it, preferably a black one to banish negativities, okay, and or if you like for love, you can put a pink candle, okay, any kind. It can be a sperma candle or it can be a tea candle, so long as it doesn't get immersed in the water. And what you do is you put water, put it under the noontime sun, and then keep it under the shade, and then in the evening put it under the moon. The moon will be moon evening will be shorter compared to the day length of day. After you've consecrated it, even for about, let's say, 5 minutes, then you can wash your hands, wash your face with that water. It cleanses you. It's a very good time for doing love magic. So, spend time with your loved one. Give a call, text your loved one. If you can be together, that's the best. There's a practice known as hand fasting, but that will be another topic. What you can do is just hold hands during that time. So it's very good for love. Okay? So there, Nixters, it's a short video. I hope you learned something regarding the rituals of Estival or Midsummer, known as the summer solstice or Litha. Light, love, and life. Namaste.